Hi everyone, welcome to our temporary studio here for TNT. It's Thursday, the 11th of January, got it right today, and we're here at our temporary studio at Chipelele in Thai Muang in Phang, and Merry Christmas. So just a few quick stories, one which I sort of missed yesterday because we were a bit busy, both again about bus safety, boat safety. Let's get into it. And the PatiaNews.com reports monk dies, 37 people injured after bus crash in northeastern Thailand. And the monk's been pronounced dead at the scene, while 37 other people have sustained injuries after a truck with a driver travelling in the wrong direction collided with a bus in Sakon Nakhon. It says the 47-year-old bus driver was not injured, and he's already admitted to police that he was driving the opposite way in the wrong lane before colliding with the bus. 400 metres from the scene, law enforcement found the damaged passenger bus was travelling from Udon Thani to Nakhon Phanom, and the 44-year-old bus driver had sustained only minor injuries. And found dead outside the bus was an unidentified 58-year-old monk. 5 other passengers had sustained severe injuries, 17 medium injuries, and 15 people had minor injuries. The difference with this particular bus incident is that in this case it's not brake failure or drivers falling asleep. It looks like it's a third party who's been directly involved with causing that incident. Now we head to Rawai in Phuket with a marine safety incident. The 6 Russians and 3 Thais rescued after yacht capsizes in Rawai. This is down the very south of the island of Phuket, and it's reported by the PhuketExpress.com. It says 6 Russian tourists and 3 Thais have been rescued after a yacht capsized near an island in Rawai. And it was reported at 3 p.m. on Tuesday. Police were notified about the accident by the yacht captain. He was carrying 6 unidentified Russian tourists and 2 Thai passengers. They departed from a pier in Chalong that morning, and they were travelling to Maiton Island and Ratcha Island. One of the water pipes in the yacht had broken when they arrived at the west side of Coral Island. Well, this is just off from Chalong Pier on the way to these other 2 islands. Water leaked into the yacht very fast, and the water pump was unable to remove the water quickly enough. This was despite the wind and the waves being described as very calm. Indeed, very light winds over the past week around the Andaman Sea region. And there was a nearby boat that helped the capsizing vessel before the yacht completely capsized at 5 that afternoon. No oil leaked from the yacht, and all of the passengers and crew arrived safely at a pier at Cape Panwa. No one was injured. And it gives us an opportunity to plug that marine safety event. Can't come too soon, it appears. It's going to be held next Monday at the White House in Boat Lagoon, Phuket. It'll go from 5 till 8. It's free to attend. Anybody can attend. Obviously, I'm going to have a few questions asked of the officials that are there, and you're welcome to come along as well. Happy to meet you if you get the opportunity to come along. And the event has partly been organised by our sponsor, 5 Star Marine. Now a follow-up to that awful story yesterday that we started the program with, and ThaiPBSWorld.com says man confesses to murdering father and sister by drowning in steel cabinets. And police have detained a 35-year-old man on suspicion that he locked his father and sister into separate steel cabinets, pushed them into a pond and watched them drown. The man's been identified as Warut, whom police claim has confessed to murdering his father and sister by luring them into cabinets placed on a table in the pond while telling them that he intended to shoot a video clip of them inside the cabinets for his YouTube channel. And once they were inside, Warut allegedly locked the cabinets, tied chains around them, and pushed them into the water. Police say he has, so far, not provided a clear motivation for his murders, and no drugs were found in his system. And just some background, on Monday, police were alerted by the village headman to suspicious activity near a pond in the village. When they arrived at the scene, they discovered Warud standing there in the pond, which is a water source for the village, and the police found 2 steel cabinets. And they found inside a 66-year-old and a 33-year-old, and the actual causes of their death will be confirmed by autopsy, but forensic officials think that they drowned. The police have filed charges of premeditated murder against Warud, and police will also check a report that Warud suffers from a psychological disorder and has received treatment at a local hospital. Particularly nasty story there from northeastern Thailand. We go to the next set of stories, starting with this one from BangkokPost.com. Clean air bill row prompts House agenda panel vow. Say that one 3 times quickly. And the House Speaker yesterday promised to form a joint committee to work on agenda issues after the opposition Move Forward party accused the coalition of attempting to push a clean air bill without the Prime Minister's signature. And he said that despite the coalition not having submitted the bill just yet, he will work on the issue with both the coalition and the opposition. He also suggested the House use a committee just in case the bill's details were unclear. Just a bit of a procedural argy-bargy, it seems, over this clean air bill. And a reading of the finished Clean Air Bill will be made an emergency agenda item today, it would have been yesterday. 4 other bills are also on the House agenda today. However, as the coalition is the one proposing to put the bill on the House's agenda, Move Forward Party List MP questioned why the coalition proposed putting the Clean Air Bill on the agenda before it was signed off by the Prime Minister, Thaksin. So it seems to me a bit of a case of Nero fiddling while Rome burns, like literally. ThaiPBSWorld.com reporting all 50 districts in Bangkok suffering excessive PM 2.5 dust in the air today. This would have been Tuesday, that would have been yesterday, and the Minister of Natural Resources and Environment took a helicopter ride to observe hotspots in Lopburi, Ayutthaya and Pathum Thani provinces. He said his ministry will coordinate with the Ministry of Interior to urge provincial governors to tighten up controls on hotspots caused by farm waste burning and forest fires in their respective provinces. Well, the helicopter ride, just a waste of time and money and petrol, and the minister just mouthing off a whole lot more blah blah. And the Deputy Prime Minister said that the current dust problems in central provinces started last November and is expected to peak in February, when the same problem is expected to worsen in northern provinces as well. Thanks for telling us the bleeding obvious. We go now to The Nation, and we just note very quickly that they've changed their logo. Now let's go on. It says that PM 2.5 levels in Bangkok once again exceed safe standards. And the PM 2.5 dust level in Bangkok areas yesterday reached 70 micrograms per cubic metre, well in excess of the standard level and starting to affect health. And they also listed a number of websites and applications where people can check the air quality. Here we use IQ Air just to be consistent. That's iqair.com. And Bangkok Post are reporting choking smog in 55 provinces. And people in 55 of the 77 provinces were breathing dirty air yesterday morning, with red-coded pollution levels in 20 provinces, mainly in the Central Plains. And the government set safe threshold, this is a measurement of the PM 2.5, is 37.5. And on Tuesday morning there was serious air pollution in 48 provinces. The worst level was 145. That's 4 or 5 times the permitted safe level. Let's go to the NASA fire maps, and we can zoom in here, that white dot being Bangkok, the arrow pointing to the central plains of Thailand, where there seems to be quite a lot of fires already, and a circle of blue, which is all in Cambodia, which sees a major concentration of fires, which I think with the easterly and the northeasterly sea breeze is bringing most of the grief to Bangkok at the moment. And then we go to IQ Air. This is Bangkok this morning, and it was a screenshot taken at 7 AM, and we can see right around Bangkok and just to the north And we can see really bad air pollution numbers there this morning, and we go to a wider shot, and certainly the central part of Thailand, just north of Bangkok, is the worst. Getting worse though up in Chiang Mai to the north, and as usual, the further you go south, the better the air quality becomes. So while they continue to argue the details of the clean air bill in Parliament and their air-conditioned comfort, the rest of Thailand's just going to have to keep on suffering. And just an invitation to subscribe to the channel. We do this 5 days a week to keep you up to date with the main stories around Thailand. We go to Nation Thailand once again. Democrat MP to check provisions made for Thaksin at Police Hospital on Friday. And a Democrat MP said on Wednesday that he'll visit the Police General Hospital this Friday to interview the former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra and other inmates being treated there. Now, there has been a lot of controversy over the past 3 or 4 months whether Thaksin is actually still at the police hospital, and it's become a bit of a political football, even being hotly debated in Parliament. And this Democrat who chairs the House Committee on Police Affairs says the commander of the police hospital has issued a permission letter allowing his panel to visit the hospital at 10 a.m. this Friday. The panel sought permission to check if Thaksin was still being treated at the hospital after his opponent asked whether the former Premier had sneaked out to live in his luxury house instead. The question was raised after Thaksin was not seen at the hospital since he was admitted to a room on the 14th floor of a building in the hospital complex on his very first night at the Bangkok remand prison. And the MP said his visit aims to find out whether Thaksin is receiving more privileges than other inmates, and he's uncertain if he'll be allowed to meet Thaksin in person. Well, probably not. You might imagine an urgent taxi ride from somewhere in Bangkok back to this police hospital sometime before Friday morning, and that particular vehicle would probably have very dark windows. As we go to this story in ThaiPBSWorld.com, Thailand's national park passport already sold out thanks to Cullen Hatebury. And this relating to the incredible popularity of some YouTubers and how they're being leveraged by officials in Thailand to increase tourism. Let's find out a little bit more. And the passport to Thailand's national parks, which travellers can get stamped to show which national parks they've already visited, is now out of stock after the South Korean YouTubers Cullen Hatebury recently introduced it in their channel. And the Director General of the National Parks Wildlife and Plant Conservation Department said the initial 90,000 passports have sold out, and the department's ordered more, which are expected to be available at national parks around the country in the middle of this month. And the department invited the YouTubers to work with them to promote tourism in Thailand's parks. The number of followers in the Cullen Hatebury channel has increased rapidly, reaching over 1.22 million, mainly due to their visits filmed to various fascinating locations and their generally attractive appearance. Well, if it's a generally attractive appearance, maybe I should have more viewers. What has drawn some viewers is seeing them conduct the stream in Thai with their struggle to speak and understand the language, which amuses many people. So these guys gallivant around Thailand, doing mostly tourism type videos and then getting incredible numbers. The main YouTubers are 33-year-old Cullen, also known as Park Kuduk. There's also brother Jung, who's 34, and Nong Dan, who's aged 25. So here we go. This is Cullen Hatebury. They've got 1.52 million subscribers, and they're getting between sort of looks like 1.9345. There's 4.9 million views for one video, and they seem to put out between 1, maybe 2 videos per week, but basically just touring around Thailand, having a great time, and they would be earning a lot of money with those sort of viewing figures, and their popularity now being weaponized by, well, at least the national parks. Pretty sure they'll be getting a lot of other offers as well. I'm not even slightly jealous. But well done to those young South Korean gentlemen, and good luck with their channel. 1.52 million subscribers, just got a few to go. But thanks for watching today. Hopefully you're a bit more up to date with things happening around Thailand, and it's been fun bringing you the program all the way here from Turtle Beach in Phang Nga, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.